Wait, did that not even record?
This is Premeditated,
The podcast investigating society's unwritten laws and the heinous ways they're broken.
true crime, low stakes.
I'm Neil.
I'm Graham.
And this is Premeditated. Hi, America. Welcome to Premeditated. This is the only time I'm going to gesture towards the camera because we are trying things out with cameras. But I'm going to devote all of my attention directly to you, Graham.
This is the podcast.
This is the podcast. This is the connection. Is the communication. It's talking on a recorded medium.
And we're pretty happy with it.
Yeah. What is your favorite podcast?
It's called Tuesdays with Stories.
Okay.
Just two comedians that I like, and they tell stories. And the podcast comes out on a Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Although I think they record on a Monday.
That's crazy. Mine is Stradiolab. I don't know what day of the week it actually comes out on, but it's often. And it's similar. Comedians just yucking it up about some gay shit.
That's very similar to what Tuesdays with Stories is. How do you feel about this? They call their fans Tuesdays.
Tuesdays is always a dance night in small towns.
Oh.
There was like Tuesdays in Austin that was always like kind of a rambunctious gay night at a club that is like vaguely gay anyways. But it was a good place to also get roofied if you were a girl.
Oh. Yeah, I think I've been to those places before.
You're probably familiar with the club. Yeah.
I grew up in a small town, and I think there for sure was one there.
Yeah, okay, perfect, yeah.
It was called Taylor's, and I think I can say that because it's no longer a business.
Well, that's wonderful that they got rid of it, if that was the roofing grounds. Anyways, I hear that you've got a case file for us.
Yeah, I got a little mini little case file I want to get your thoughts on.
Micro case?
Before we get into it, how do we feel? How do you feel about your social etiquette this past week? It's been a week since we recorded. How do you feel about how's your social etiquette been?
I feel like I've been really diving into work, and I work from home, so it's been a little bit isolated.
Yeah, I kind of feel that too. I
haven't done anything where I had the opportunity to like massively embarrass myself.
I actually this morning hopped on a call with my manager, whose name is Nate.
Okay.
And I started off the call, pleasantries exchanged. Let's not talk about work for a little bit.
Yeah, we get 30 seconds.
And so the topic I chose was, does anybody call you Nathan? It was so brutal.
Would have been off camera, just cracking the fuck up silently.
I feel like we're just about exiting the time of our lives where we can change the way we say our name.
That ship sailed.
Yeah. Like I can't just start he's like I
can't
think
be like
probably
I'm Rizzo.
Yeah, he's like late 40s, 50s. He can't just go from Nate to like call me Nathan or Nathaniel now. Like I think you have to do that between 14 and 21. I feel like that's probably the range.
Yeah. If you want to like redefine your name, unless you're trans, I guess.
Yeah, if you want to be Allie with an I and go to Allie and you're an Allie with a Y, like just fucking do it.
I think, well, okay, sure, great, yeah.
What do you think?
It's like those are both typically female names in my mind, but...
Ali,
okay. Ali to Allie. I love that. That would be an easy one. I would get that right every time.
That's a fun one.
There's occasionally I'll have a friend who transitions or whatever, and like I'll dead name them, and that is social faux pas.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, the blood drains out of my face when I realize I've made that mistake.
Maybe for another episode we talk about that, because I've had that too.
We should wait for a trans guest to do the dead naming episode.
Because I'm just a dumb guy. Although actually I recently had a friend who transitioned whose name was Daniel, went by Danny, and changed it to Danny with an I. I'm like, that's
so easy.
Not that it's about my convenience.
Sure. Yeah.
I was already calling you Danny.
Yeah.
You can still be Danny.
That makes it especially seamless. That's
very nice.
It's like an extra treat for all your friends.
Yeah. And it's about us, really.
It's really about your friends. Yeah.
Yeah. You ready to go?
Let's do this. Hey, Nate.
Hey! Thanks for having me over.
Sure.
Wow. This is the new place, huh?
Yeah. Do you like it?
Corner lot, I know, which is kind of difficult in a buyer's market, whatever that means. That's what I hear people say.
Yeah, I think you sounded smart when you said that just now.
But I like that the walkway starts at the corner. Like if you take the diagonal from the corner, and then I'm just at your front door.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit confusing because like, which street do I live on?
That's true. Yeah. Do you have is it just like a different day? Like you're like, oh, I'm going to park on 12th now, or I'm going to park on Junette.
You know what? It depends on where there's available parking.
True. Yeah.
The parking is actually better here than my old place, but it is a smaller house. Isn't that funny?
Well, I mean, what you lose in size, you make up for in design.
Sure.
Because this place rocks.
Thank you.
New kitchen?
New kitchen. All new appliances. Shiny shit I've gotten here.
Wow. And
Check it out.
This is amazing. Gas range?
Yeah. Sometimes I'll just sit on the stove and not turn it on.
Oh. On the gas range?
On the gas. Well, it just feels dangerous.
Yeah, because it's like the grate.
The grate, yeah.
You're not worried about...
Take all my clothes off, sit on the gas range. It's my thing.
Yeah. Hey, it's your thing. So is it about like the marks that the grate makes on your bare skin?
That is just a bonus.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That is just a bonus. I like it because it feels dangerous.
Yeah, because
especially when I'm alone here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, it seems like you're very well loved. I mean, you've already moved in. You've got your fridges. You got fridge magnets.
I've got fridge magnets of everywhere I've ever traveled to, all my loved ones. I've got the little 4. Look at this. These are all the different photo booths that I have drunkenly taken pictures in over the past several years.
There's ours from Hollywood Bar.
Yeah, absolutely. Nate and Danny.
Nate and Danny. And you guys, birthday cards, of course.
Of course.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. You're a little late, but it's fine.
Yeah. Whoa, wait. Is this all, are these all the cards? Are these all the
birthday cards?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just the stack of the ones that I got this year.
I sent you one. It was like a little puppy holding balloons.
That's right. You did. That one came kind of early, and I was just like cleaning up, and I was just like moving in and all that stuff, and I just threw it out.
Oh.
I mean, I was about to throw all these away too.
Sure.
My birthday's over.
Yeah. You have some up. I will be the first to admit, I kind of half-assed the writing inside of the card. It was a happy birthday, but I thought that it was at least maybe fridge worthy.
It's not like I'm ranking my birthday cards except for the religious ones I get from my grandmother. I don't put those up on the fridge. But in general, I just like kind of get them as they come, and they're sort of a first in, first out system for me.
Okay.
And to be honest, I'm not really like into sentimental little trinkets, so I generally throw them away pretty fast.
Okay. Cuz like this one here from, who is it from? Cheryl? It's just like a bouquet of flowers on the front. Like mine was like a novelty card. Like it was like a dog, and he's like holding his birthday balloons, and he's sitting in front of a birthday cake, and he looks like he really wants to eat the birthday cake. And I was like, that's a funny card. Like it's a funny.
That was a funny card.
But not fridge worthy. Oh, okay.
Listen, I'm sorry if you wanted it to be up on the fridge by the time you got here. But I can't just keep around all the sentimental knickknacks that I get.
All right.
I ran into your mom at the grocery store, by the way.
Oh, how's she doing?
She's great. Your mother is doing great. She remembered me. Yeah.
She's still buying pomegranate seeds, like the loose containers, like not the whole pomegranate, but just the jar of loose seeds.
She is, yeah. So, I saw her at Gelson's, and especially pomegranates, it seems like those have got to be really expensive.
I keep telling her, I'm like, you're losing price per pound with these containers.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
better to get the whole fruit, but arthritis, she can't really.
Yeah, she can't be peeling her own pomegranates at her age.
Yeah,
but she, you know what? She looks great. She looks like she's having a good time.
I just noticed there's a wedding invite on here that says from 2023.
Yeah,
that was before you moved. So this card, you put this in a box, packed it up, moved the box, unpacked the box, and said, I still want to keep this up?
Well, that's from Terry and Jerry, and, they came to my first wedding.
I'm sorry about Denise. That was a real tough one to lose.
Weirdly, I'm over it, actually.
Good. I hated her.
In retrospect, that was a bad decision.
She started every sentence with,
I would wake up to that every morning.
I truly can't imagine.
For 9 months of marriage. I would wake up to that every morning. But Terry and Jerry were there. They did support me, even though I'm pretty sure they hated Denise too, actually.
Yeah.
But listen, it wasn't even like a conscious choice to take their wedding invite all the way across town when I moved. It just sort of happened. I don't know.
I guess. I guess I see how things happen. Well, it was great seeing you. I guess I'll get going now.
I thought we were going to watch a movie or whatever. But
I'm not feeling it anymore.
You're going to... Is this because I threw the birthday card away?
Anyways, gotta go. I'll send you a thank you card.
Oh, God. Okay. Mm-hmm. Ding dong. I know what that one was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very simple little thing that I have your same perspective as the character you played.
I have my perspective of the character I played.
Yes,
as well.
very
It
easy
was very easy to play that character because I'm not gonna fucking keep a card around. I appreciated it while I was like looking at it, and then it's gone.
Yeah. And it's interesting, and I'm not just saying this because I recently gave you a thank you card. This has been written on my list.
It's right here.
Cute!
For those of you watching the video, it is right there.
I got married.
He did, and it was fun.
It's fun. Yes. I'm glad you had fun. It's kind of a weird... You do value the relationship of the card giver a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a ranking there, and I think that's fair. Mm-hmm. But there's also like just a element of randomness in it, because like we have a little like, it's not like a card rack, but it's just like a little wall thing that has a little you can slip papers in it.
It's like got pins and ribbons.
Yeah, well, we don't have pins and ribbons.
Oh my gosh, like a bulletin board type thing. Yeah,
yes, but for cards. So we have that, because like I could see myself getting a card like if you sent me a thank you card and you said all these nice things in it, and I would be like, this is great. It's got a cute picture on the front. And I walk up to that bulletin board and there's not available space. I'll be like, all right, to the recycling we go.
It's insane to me that you have the bulletin board in the first place.
Yeah, well, it's Colleen set it up.
Yeah.
And that's not a cop-out. But it's just, because I am actually pretty sentimental with some cards. If it's a long message or something, I have... somewhere, I could not tell you where in my house it is. That's might tell you how sentimental I am about it, but there is like a stack of cards somewhere in my house of like important birthday card or whatever. I rarely, if ever, take them out to reread them or like cherish or get something out of it.
The card giving is about creating that moment. Yeah. And when that moment is over, suddenly all you have is like leftover garbage from that moment.
Yeah. Okay, so is the moment done when you get to the last period or like the last sentence? Like,
yeah, absolutely. Then it is over. And it was fun.
I mean, you might have kept it up for me, but like...
I did keep it up for you because there's actually...
I did say in that card, keep this up for me.
You explicitly said in this card, keep it up for me. It'll be like time traveling.
This is a weird meta moment because I've had this idea or this etiquette law written down since like before we even started recording. It was just kind of one of those things. It was like, because it's not necessarily thank you cards or wedding invites or whatever. It's like, how long do you keep them up?
Yeah.
Because I think... for wedding invites, once the wedding's happened, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to know what date Terry and Jerry got married.
Speaking of which, here's a wedding invite right here, but I got it at the same day.
Holy cow. Wait. Let me see that. Okay, hopefully they're not watching the podcast, but I got the exact same.
Oh my God.
It's a fridge magnet, though, so like this directly sticks on.
Oh, wow. This one's just a card.
Sorry, Lisa and Wesley.
Don't say their names.
Bleep that. But it's okay, so hopefully they don't want, but like literally the exact same.
Yeah. It's a classic design. And it's like gold embossed. It's very nice.
Fun little craft tip.
Okay.
Because I know you're always looking for craft tips.
Hit me.
But so the fridge magnets, like the flat ones that you can just like stick on, like it's just a piece of paper that you stick on and it's fully magnetic. What you can do to make your own fridge magnets afterwards is put like stickers. If you have like a fun sticker, put the sticker on the fridge magnet and then cut with scissors the fridge magnet out, and then you'll have a magnet that's exactly shaped like that sticker, and that's like a fun little...
That was the most inane thing you've ever
said. Backed. Inane? Well, I think there's plenty of listeners that are going to be like, oh,
Wow, I didn't think about putting a sticker on top of another magnet and then cutting it out.
I have the Mariners 2023 season schedule still in my fridge. I could find a use for that.
Honestly, actually, now that you just said that, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. People do have expired sports schedules. My dad has a ton of those, of the Vikings.
Well,
just for every year.
Sir
but it's kind of
Zumwalde,
cool that it's like a bunch of old years of it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever.
But also, like,
cut up
what's
his
sentimental? Go home to your father and start cutting up his magnets.
Fair.
Which that is also weird in itself because I feel like there's much less sentimental value in the Twins played the Yankees on March 12th.
Thank you for including another Minnesota team.
Yeah. Oh, I can name all Wild, Timberwolves, Lynx, WNBA, Twins. That's it. That's major four. There's
Vikings.
Yeah,
and the Vikings. But also, like, I think the Lynx are the best of them. I think this may not be true anymore. This was true maybe 10 years ago when I lived there.
The best of the WNBA?
They were close to the top for
I know
a while.
the New York Liberty won this past season. Congrats to the Liberty.
And congrats to all our Liberty fans out there.
Liberty Mutual.
There we go.
We're mutual fans of the Liberty. That's fun.
Tough stuff, man. Okay. When it comes to, yes, it is about the moment. Yes, the moment makes garbage. Yes, you should throw the garbage away. And because at a certain point, it's paper. Sentimental value does not linger in objects for me, at all. I have. It's very easy for me. I move a lot.
I think this is where we differ a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's true.
Which is healthy for the podcast and for society.
Perfect. But I do move a lot, and so I end up throwing things, being very, 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 liberal with how willing I am to part with literally every object I own.
Real Marie Kondo. Yeah, moving also has a big thing to do with it, because that's when I throw my most stuff out.
Yeah, totally.
Because I'll be moving from a place, and I'll be like, I haven't looked at this in a year, therefore it doesn't mean anything to me.
Yep.
Garbage. If I were to send a card to somebody, whatever it may be, it's one of those things where you don't take offense to it until it happens. I would never think, but if I showed you, if there's other cards, or even not even cards for the photo booth photos, I think I probably would feel a little bit of hurt if I know we took a photo booth photo together, and there's your other friends are more prominently displayed or displayed at all.
Yeah, that would be tough for me. That's why whenever that happens, I make sure that I go home with 0 of them.
Yeah. No culpability.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm drunk. Because we're in a photo booth. And I'm obviously drunk.
Yeah.
It obviously is a very fun time that we're immortalizing, which I love. I love to do it.
Yes.
And I love to see it come out, and it's just so fun. And then I'm like, somebody else hold on to this, because there's no way it's going to make it into my bag, into my car, all the way home, upstairs to my refrigerator. There's every single one of those things has a 2 to 5% chance of actually coming true. Yeah. Which means that by the time you're at the end of that chain, there's a minuscule chance that it would actually make it
2% times 2% times 2%.
Exactly.
A little different from me, though.
Sure, if you have a higher...
I always know what's in my pockets. I'm very... Okay. But it's mainly because as a kid, I was a very forgetful kid. I developed into a less forgetful adult because I was so forgetful as a kid that I have to develop little tricks to make sure I remember things. And so I'm better at it now. So I'm pretty good at keeping track of photos.
Okay.
So if we go to a photo booth, hand the photos to me. Also, timeout. Can we talk about the wait times for some of these photo booths?
It's crazy.
It's nuts.
It's insane.
I've stopped caring about the picture by then.
Yeah. People are in there making out.
And
you mean between?
I
was thinking to wait to get into the photo booth, because it always seems like somebody's in there making out. And
yes.
I'm ready now.
They do be doing that, but no, I'm talking about the print time.
The print time. Yeah, that is. It's 2 to 4 minutes.
Which is tough, because we grew up in a digital age where picture to seeing it is instant.
And I could miss an entire Bruno Mars song in that amount of time.
Which,
if I need to be out on the dance floor, 24 karat whatever the rest
Diamonds in the air. Yeah, and I heard Bruno's a little bankrupt these days, so I need to get out on the dance floor and appreciate his music so he can get back on top.
While it's still not, I don't know, you can't take music back.
Take back the night. Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of hoping, this is my hope, that we could come up with like a timeline rule for like at what point, because I go to some of my friends' houses, and some of the cards they have on their bulletin board or their fridge, I'm like, these are dusty. Like, we need to move on from this. There's no way that every time you walk by your fridge, you're like, oh, Terry and Jerry. What a blessed union. I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm less sentimental with birthday cards. Because it's like...
Then what? What other cards are you getting?
Wedding announcements.
Wedding announcements? It's not even yours.
But, wedding announcements I use to remind me of the date. Like,
sure,
so like
it has a
weddings
utility.
this summer, so I'm like, okay, this reminds me that September 6th or whatever.
That's a really good point.
I'm pretty sure that's the exact date of this invitation. I should stop pointing that up.
Yes, if it is...
Yeah, it's an appointment reminder, which is a little different.
Yeah, it is a little different. But after the wedding, it has zero utility at that point.
Yeah.
It's not even my event. Happy to be invited. Love being invited. I love the little like ceremony.
Yes.
Of having a physical invitation.
Yeah.
It's very, very cute, but it doesn't mean that I have to hold on to it.
Yeah. So I have a question. Your father holds on to season schedules. Was your family... So my family, we had a mantle, not to brag, at our home.
Well.
It had a gas stove in it. But like, so it was like a tradition that birthday cards would go on the mantle. Like you prop them up. Those would be there for at least... I would say 2 weeks, probably. Yeah. That's a tradition I've not carried on into my individual solo life. Yeah,
around Christmas time, my parents' countertops would fill up with cards. And then after Christmas, they'd be gone. It's fine.
Yeah.
And
because they're seasonal. The season's over.
I do want to just go back to this magnet situation again.
My craft tip.
Well, no, not the craft tip. Okay. The season passes. Part of the reason is that we have those, and that I've seen those, and that I immediately understood what you meant, even though I've never thought about a season of football, or whatever ever. Is that my grandfather owns a sports bar. Oh. And so I think a lot of them come from there. So they might come to my parents' place already expired. Which is interesting.
Because they get a lot of, like... Are your parents using them to hold up stuff on the fridge? Like using them? Oh, okay,
yeah. So
because they're pretty powerful magnets.
They've got the weight of the NFL behind them.
Because a lot of these fridge magnets these days... Can we talk about the fridge magnets these days?
Oh my God, don't get me started.
It'll be a piece of, I don't know, a ceramic flower the size of my fist, but then the magnet is like this little dot on the back of it.
Yeah, how is that supposed to hold that up?
Yeah, so
my fridge is not helping.
No, it just gets in the way. So the season, what are we calling them? Season
magnets?
Schedules
magnets. Yeah, great.
The schedule magnets are great because they can hold. I mean, you can put cards all around them and they seal right onto the fridge.
Because they've got that little suction. They've got air pressure as well, helping.
Hot,
very hot. Okay, so if we want to talk about the timeline, if you're getting a card that's just like a thank you / birthday / something personal for yourself, the timeline is the amount of time it takes you to read the card. Yeah. That's how long you are obligated to hold on to it. Christmas cards, it's fun to keep them up for the season. After Christmas...
Yeah, it's decoration.
They become... Yeah, after Christmas, they become clutter. That's okay. Yeah. And then they can go. Wedding invitations are for until the wedding happens.
Appointment reminders.
Yeah. So if the cards have either a seasonal or a time-based utility... They should be around for that long. And if they don't serve a utility, I think it's time for them to go. But I love getting them.
The only sort of argument I could see for keeping a card was if it's a picture. Like if it's a picture of my friends, it's I like having pictures of my friends up. It's like, what are we getting from a bouquet of flowers that says like best wishes on it? It's like, what are we doing?
I do not possess an image of a person I know anywhere in my home.
How do we feel about that? I don't know how I feel about that.
I think I've got them on my phone. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if
basically what I'm
tell you what, if we go to a photo booth, which we should after this.
Yeah, absolutely. We know an awesome one.
I'll be the mule. I'll take the photos home.
Yeah.
I'll bring them over. I'll slap them on your fridge.
There we go. If someone else does that, then it's actually going to probably stay up there actually forever.
And then every
I also
time,
don't notice when things change.
Yeah, but then next time, once I slap it up there, next time you're opening your fridge for a glass of crisp white wine, you can be like, oh, ha. Like you just get
that was fun.
That's really all it is, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't really use them as tools for rumination. I ruminate, I raw dog my rumination.
Yeah, which I think is how it should be.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Over rumination is a big, big problem.
Yeah,
something I've been trying to work out in therapy. I think.
Okay. Whoa,
got that part.
Oh no, he goes to therapy. Toxic. Okay, I think this is maybe case closed. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel good.
This is Premeditated.